final score of 63-41. In the world of boxing, Terry Norris is the young man who sent Sugar Ray Leonard into retirement, and this evening in Paris, France, he sent Jorge Castro
career packs absolutely free with all the information you need. Your career pack explains how easy it is to study at home. It tells you about the many success stories of other people just like yourself who trained through ICS and got better jobs. And that's not all. You'll also see the exciting learning materials included in your course at no extra cost. They make it easy and fun to train for that better career. Here are those courses again, so call today for free information.
Call now for the free information Sally Struthers spoke about. Then decide if you want to train at home for a better career to make more money or advance in your present job. Call 1-800-262-7300. Operators are on duty now to send you free information by return mail. Choose any one of these exciting careers. That's 1-800-262-7300. Call now.
About the day's Let's go again.
In downtown Salt Lake City, where tonight the 4A Boys Basketball Championship will be decided. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Matthews, along with Kelly Harris, and tonight it's the Davis High Darts, 13-10 on the season, up against the Alta High Hawks, and they are 17-7 overall. Two teams that have maybe taken a little different path to get here.
Well, even though both teams finished third in their respective regions, both had major upsets to get here. On the one hand, Davis, the real Cinderella story of this tournament so far. In the first round of the tournament, they defeated Mountain View, third-seeded team. The second round, it was Brighton that fell, and then a big upset last night over Provo. On the other hand, the Alta Hawks defeated Hillcrest and then Timpview in the first two rounds, and then a big upset, with many considered the biggest of the tournament so far, over Viewmont last night, 49-47.
Well, if the underdog Davis High Darts are to have a chance tonight, they're going to have to go to their big guy inside, and that's Isaacson.
Isaacson is the key. He's got a tall task ahead of him trying to guard Proud and Knight from Alta. They're going to have to shift their strategies a little bit to do that. I've talked to Coach Welk before the game, and he said, we've been playing man-to-man all through the tournament. Tonight we're going to have to go zone to match up with the height.
Travis Knight, who plays for the Alta High Hawks, is headed to the University of Connecticut, and he plays big in big games. If he stays out of foul trouble, it's going to be a big one for him tonight.
Travis Knight is their big player. Nick Proud, though, could be a major factor in tonight's game.
And we'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off after this timeout.
What's big and bold and will save you a lot of green? It's R.C. Willey's St. Patrick's Day electronics sale. Through Tuesday, save on hundreds of TVs, VCRs, camcorders, and other electronics. Like this VHS VCR with special effects and remote while they last $149.95. Or this Zenith 19-inch color TV with remote now just $229. And in honor of St. Patrick's Day, get free Big Macs with your new purchase. But hurry, the Big Mac offer and these sale prices end Tuesday at all R.C. Willey locations.
Precision Automotive, 6955 South, 400 West in Midvale, is a full-service shop where you always get quality service and repairs. Skilled technicians are fully trained on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, tune-ups, fuel injection, turbochargers, brakes, four-wheel drives, and engine overhaul, with no unexpected charges or gimmicks. Owner John Young says,
remember, at Precision Automotive, we do it right the first time.
Precision Automotive, top quality at an honest price. East of I-15 at 6955 South, 400 West.
And welcome back to the Salt Palace in downtown Salt Lake City. Kelly, what a game we have in store. A lot of people filing in here to the Salt Palace tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be a good crowd, and it's kind of fun being here in the Salt Palace. It's going to be the first time a lot of these kids have been able to play in the Salt Palace, and it's fun for me to be here.
In fact, Provo High School, after the ball game, they lost, by the way, in double OT to Viewmont, 64-62. So Viewmont is ranked third this season overall. And it was funny because after the ball game, the Provo Bulldogs, they stayed out on the court, took some long three-point shots.
They didn't want to leave, did they?
They wanted to stay right here. A lot of fun. The Davis High Darts perhaps the big Cinderella story, 10-10 on the regular season. They are now playing for a state championship.
Well, not only were they 10-10 on the season, but they lost 5 of their last 7 games coming into the tournament, so they did not have a lot of momentum going in.
And the Alta High Hawks, 17-7 overall, 14-7 on the regular season, third, as you mentioned, in Region 2. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're excited for this. Now let's join Melissa, Monica, Justin, and Anthony for the singing of our national anthem. They are the Taylors, and they are from Salt Lake City, Utah. Melissa, Monica, Justin, and Anthony for the national anthem.
On behalf of the Utah High School Activities Association, the First Security Bank Corporation, and Pizza Hut of Utah, we welcome you to the championship game of the 1992 State 4A basketball tournament. Now, as a fitting and proper prelude to tonight's activities, a bright young new singing group, the Taylors, comprised of Melissa, Monica, Justin, and Anthony, will lead us in our national anthem. They'll sing the national anthem. And the cheerleaders from Alta High School will present our nation's colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home, and the home of
The Taylors from Salt Lake City, Utah, Melissa, Monica, Justin, and St. Anthony, the Taylors. What a lot of fun this is going to be tonight. The Davis High Guards and the Alta High Hawks. We are set for the 4A basketball championship game. And we will now join. We are getting set for the starting lineups.
We must adhere to a stricter schedule
And we're just about ready for the starting lineups. It should be a lot of fun because David Isaacson went through the regular season kind of unnoticed, but he has really come on strong here, and he plays for Davis High. He is the center, number 32.
Well, he's been the leader so far for Davis in the tournament.
We introduce all of the young men. The squad, not just the...
We are getting set to join Kenner Karstner. He is the PA announcer.
The non-starters first.
Well, Kenner Karstner's been doing this for as long as I can remember it.
He's been around for many years.
The starters, they will meet in the circle in a gesture of...
Kenner Karstner has done the voice of the BYU Cougar Stadium Marriott Center thing for so many years.
I believe he's the voice of the Cougar Stadium. Clarence Robinson was the voice of the stadium.
Let's join Kenner Karstner now for the starting lineups and the backups.
Senior forward. Number 25, Joey Hutchinson, a 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 32, Jess Meikle, a 6'2" senior guard. Number 34, Zach Cutler, a 6'6" senior forward. Number 42, Shane Peterson, a 6'7" senior center. Number 55, Greg Larson, a 6'8" senior center. Number 15, Kyle DeHart, a 6'3" sophomore forward. Number 24, John Plenn, a 6'1" junior guard. Number 12, Jamie Woodhouse, a 6'6" junior center. Number 35, Jeff Pearson, a 5'10" junior guard. And number 30, Spencer Richens, a 6'2" sophomore forward. And number 24, John Plenn, a 5'11" senior guard, number 24. And the manager, Dave Cope. Now here are your non-starters for the young men from Davis High School. Number 10, Rick Brown, a 6'1" junior guard. Number 12, Blaine Kauser, a 5'10" junior guard. Number 14, a 6'4" junior forward, Lucas Kramer. Number 21, Corbett Carter, a 6'1" senior guard. Number 22, a 6'3" senior guard, Brad Wood. Number 24, Nate Richardson, a 6' senior guard. Number 33, Mike Muirbrook, a 6'4" junior forward. Number 34, Jack Helgeson, a 6'7" junior center. Number 40, Steve Howard, a 6'6" junior center. Number 44, Kevin Brook, a 6'3" senior forward. Number 23, Greg Emery, a 6' sophomore guard. And number 35, Dan Stoll, a 6' sophomore guard. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your starters. First, for the Davis High School darts, number 11, Tyler Heath, a 5'10" junior guard. At guard for Alta will be number 20, Spencer Wagner, a 5'11" senior. For Davis, at guard, a 6'4" senior, number 20, Travis Homer. At guard for Alta, a 6'2" senior, number 22, Brady Edwards. For Davis, a 6'4" forward, a junior, number 30, for Alta, at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 33, Troy Norris. For Davis, at center, a 6'7" senior, number 32, David Isaacson. For Alta, at center, a 6'11" senior, number 40, Travis Knight. For Davis, at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 42, Matt Thomas. At center for Alta, 6'10" junior, number 44, Nick Proud. The coaches, ladies and gentlemen. The head coach at Davis High School, Mr. Jay Welk, assisted by Tony Caputo, Gary Hogue, and the principal, Mr. Mike Duckworth. The coaches of Alta High School, the head coach, Mr. Ron Carling. He's assisted by Bernie Graziano and Kevin Mark and Ken Smith. And the principal of Alta High School, Mr. Douglas Anderson. Big hand, ladies and gentlemen, for these fine young men who have fought their way up to the championship game tonight. Veteran officials, Bernie Yoakum, Greg Jones.
Davis High and Alta battling tonight for the 4A state championship. And for Davis High School, Kelly, this is their first title game since, 1976 when they were a 3A school.
Yeah, they've got the tradition on their side, though. They have 5 state championships going into this final, so this is their chance to bring their school their 6th state championship in the history of Davis High School.
And Alta High School looking for its first, and we're set now. We have the starters on both sides as they walk out to center court.
It's going to be real interesting to see how David Isaacson handles Travis Knight. About a 5-inch difference in height, 4-inch difference in height. That's going to be a big factor in the ball game.
Travis Knight, 6'11". He's heading to the University of Connecticut to play for the Huskies. Ball tipped and taken and controlled by the Hawks. Coming down with the ball is Norris. He works the right side. Wagner around the horn to Edwards, to Norris, inside of the big guy, that's Knight. Back outside, there's a long shot by Edwards, that's up and good for 3.
Boy, if they can work that inside-outside combination, they're going to be pretty tough to beat. They've got the big boys inside, and if they hit from outside, that's the key for Alta.
Here's their ball handler, Heath, with it. There's a little dump-off, shot no good. There's Heath rips down the rebound. Thomas tried from the baseline, didn't get it to go, but he's a hustler. Coach wants him to take more shots because he can spread the defense out. And there he is right there. Heath with the basketball. 15 feet out. There's Isaacson. Gets a little fake ball blocked away by the big guy. Proud inside. Knocks it down. And Alta comes up with it.
Nick Proud says, get out of my neighborhood. This is my territory.
Nick Proud's a good one from Australia.
Transfer student. First year of organized basketball.
Inside. There's Proud with the ball. That's his favorite shot. And he nails it. 5-0 score. Proud and Wagner, Proud and Edwards on the scoreboard for the Hawks and Davis High. Heath to Isaacson. Isaacson really coming on here in the tournament. He's playing very well right now. There's an outside shot that is no good. Ball tipped out. And they need Travis Homer for Davis High. Travis Homer needs to get the flow. He can heat up fast.
Well, he's a good one. Travis Homer was the leading scorer for them this year. He was actually a second-team All-Stater last year as a junior, so he does have the ability to get hot.
There's an outside three-point try that's no good. Norris tried it. Ball taken down by Thomas. He clears off to Heath. Now remember, Heath, he's a shooter too. He can nail that three-point shot. Not only does he control and run the offense, he's a shooter too. There's Thomas for 2. That's no good. Davis High getting the shots, Kelly. They're just not falling for it.
The last 2 times down the floor, they've had open 10-foot jumpers, and they just haven't converted. Alta in a man-to-man defense down on this end. We talked in the pregame. They've had to go to a zone.
Edwards for 3. He's got it. He has 6 points.
The concern there with the zone is that you leave those outside shooters open. They've shown that they can hit it early in this game. They jump out 8-0.
Davis High, big possession, although we're just inside the first quarter. They're getting on that scoreboard. And here's Halliday. He raises a little floating one-hander that goes through.
Ryan Halliday's had a good tournament so far. He's averaging 10 points in the state tournament. He's going to have a big game tonight for Davis.
Davis High School trailing 8-2. The Hawks on top. There's a drive, dump off to Wagner, back to Edwards. Over to Wagner. Spencer Wagner left side on top to Knight. There's Knight from 15. It's no good. Ball short. Rebound taken down by Homer. Here come the darts behind the back. Homer brings it across himself. Homer at 15. He raises. Puts the shut up. It's no good. Ball taken down by the big guy. Travis Knight rips it down. Here come the Hawks.
Davis has got to be a little more patient, get a little better shot than that time. That time Travis Homer forced it just a little bit.
There's Wagner. Outside. A 2-point shot for Wagner.
Boy, Alta really blistering so far from the outside. That puts a lot of pressure on Davis to come out of that zone.
There's Thomas. He goes over to Homer. That's Homer's shot. He can't get it to drop. Ball tip. He's trying to chase it down. Traveling call against Wagner. Spencer Wagner, 1 too many steps. Turnover belongs to the Darts. Timeout has been called as Jay Welk Mosey's on back to the table. And so we're going to take a break, a timeout on the court. 4:14 left in the first period. The Hawks 10, Davis 2. We'll be back after this.
Comida casera mexicana. En Café Silvestre entre nosotros preparamos toda la comida con ingredientes frescos, sin preservativos. Si a usted le gusta la comida mexicana, le encantará nuestra comida. No usamos productos enlatados. Todos nuestros platillos son preparados diariamente. Yo cocino tortillas, frijoles, tamales. Todo es fresco. Si a usted le gusta la comida mexicana, le encantará la nuestra. En el Café Silvestre nosotros apreciamos nuestros clientes y es un honor servirles en 3 locales: Salt Lake City, West Valley y Midway.
I was in an accident a while back and tried taking care of it myself. You know, all that legal stuff. Thought I could save some money. Well, now things are a mess. And then a friend told me Goica Chia offers a free consultation and no attorney fees unless money's recovered. I wish I'd found out about that sooner.
Goica Chia Law Offices, accident and injury claims.
And the Hawks have the big 8-point lead here early on, Kelly. 4:14 remaining here in the first quarter.
Well, the name of the game so far for Alta has been their shooting. They're shooting 4 for 6, while on the other side for Davis, it's only 1 for 7. So Davis has really got to pick it up offensively.
Spencer Wagner given 2 points on that last shot. One had his arms up saying it was a 3. The other said 2. And he has 2 points in the ballgame. There's Heath with the basketball. He goes to Homer on the left side, inside to Isaacson. Nice quick move, and he couldn't get the shot to drop. And I'll tell you what, the guards are just a little bit off. They're missing the bullseye, aren't they?
A little bit of state championship jitters, I think. That makes them 1 for 8.
On top, Edwards. He goes left side. Ball taken away. Heath right there. He's down on the floor with it. Now there's a man scramble, and Proud comes up with a basketball. Way on top, that's Edwards. Now they go to Wagner. They've been hot from outside, the Hawks. There's an outside shot. It's no good, short.
They got him on the three-pointer. He'll probably shoot 3 free throws.
Halliday got him on the arm.
As in college ball, if they are fouled on a three-point attempt, they'll shoot free throws. And Spencer Wagner will go to the line to shoot 3.
Spencer Wagner, who also plays football for the Alta Hawks. He was the backup quarterback. Scored 9 points last night against Beaumont, that big 2-point win. This one is up and good. Alta 11-2 over the Darts. This has got to be very frustrating for Coach Gluck because they have the shots. They have the little 10-foot, 8-foot shot, but it's not dropping for them.
Well, coming into the tournament, they were considered a very fine offensive team, but maybe a little questionable defensively, and they haven't shown that so far in this game.
And for the third, well, it's good. And Wagner has 5. Edwards 6 on the guard line, doing it this evening for the Alta Hawks. Hawks have the big lead, 13-2. We're up by 11, and here comes Heath. Heath brings it down. Playmaking guard goes far side, and that is Wood, who checked in for the Darts. On top to Halliday. He's got a shot that doesn't drop. Rebound ripped out of there by Proud. Hawks had Norris down deep. They didn't see him.
Davis staying in that 1-3-1 zone.
There's a ball tip. Turnover, it belongs. It went right through Proud's hands. Davis will come down with it, trailing by 11.
Coach Welk felt like with the entry passes down to the big men that they had to get a lot of help from their guards sucking back. That time they did cause the turnover.
We played 6 minutes, and Davis has 2 points on the board. There's Isaacson, way on top, over to Heath. They want this guy to shoot more, but he doesn't have a shot. He goes back to Isaacson. There's Isaacson from 15, it won't drop. Davis high, he's shooting miserably here in the opening.
A string to 1 for 11. So a lot of frustration by the Davis Darts so far.
Slowly and patiently now, the Hawks bring it down. Wagner On top, there's a three-point shot. It's up and good by Edwards. He has 9, all 3 trains.
Brady Edwards had 5 three-pointers coming into the tournament so far. 3 more tonight. That gives him 8 so far in the tournament, Chris, and he's shooting lights out.
Davis High School, they have the shots. In fact, it's not like they're taking long bomb shots. They are working it inside, getting away from those 2 big guys, Knight and Brown, but they're just not dropping for it.
Well, I think that's a concern, obviously. You've got to get your offense going. But on the other end of the floor, Alta really having their way offensively against Davis. Already 16 points in this first quarter. It's not what we expected.
It's going to be very difficult for Davis High to come back because Alta, they are just letting these things go. And there's a nice shot by Brady Edwards, and that gives him 9 as he nails that one, nothing but the twine. He has 9 points, all from way out there. And he's a big one. He had 10 points, we mentioned last night versus Beaumont. And look at the field goal shooting, 10% for Davis. And look how hot Alta is.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. When you shoot 10%, you're not going to win very many ball games. Davis has got to get it turned around in a hurry, or we're going to see a big blowout.
Minor Heath is the one who can do it as he brings it down. Moves to the left side. Now he goes to Halliday on top to Isaacson. Over to Heath. There's Thomas. He's off the mark. Ball tipped up. There's a push underneath. And it's on Alta.
Again, they get the shot they want. That time an uncontested 15-footer, and they're just not making them, Chris.
Wagner's first personal foul.
You can't really say that it's the great defensive pressure by Alta, even though they are playing good defense. They're getting their shots open, just like right there.
And that one finally dropped for Travis Homer. Homer gets one to drop.
Somebody's got to step up for Davis and start taking charge. Travis Homer, the senior, that's might be just what Davis needs.
Turnover now. Davis High a chance to slice into that big lead. 16-4 here early on. You know the Davis fans are on pins and needles right now wondering what's going on with their team. Davis High scored 70 points against Mountain View. There's another outside shot that drops down. Nice shooting by Halliday for 3, and he has 5.
Maybe that's just what they needed. They needed Homer to get them started. Now they hit 2 in a row.
Davis High inching back into this. They trail by 9. Travis Knight.
Davis out of their zone now. They're in a man-to-man. We've got a big matchup. Disadvantage inside with Shane Knight and David Isaacson. Travis.
There's a steal coming up with the ball. Is Halliday off the glass? And does that typify what's going on for the Darts right now?
Well, as long as they keep hustling, they're going to get their shots.
There's a foul against number 22, Brady Edwards, charging down on the right corner.
We didn't see it down in the bottom of your screen, but as he was coming down, Brady Edwards charging. It's going to be Davis's ball.
16-7, 54 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Now Heath brings it down. The 5'10 junior. Boy, he is a smart player. Welk sure likes this guy. Now Isaacson on top. 20 feet away. Now he gives it to Heath. There's Howard. Inside Isaacson. Back to Howard. He'll raise. It's no good. Up high for the rebound is Knight. He brings it down.
I think Isaacson's got to turn and wheel to the basket on that. If they get the ball down deep inside, he's got to go on Travis Knight and try and pick up a foul.
Well, if he get Travis in foul trouble, that'll be a big plus for the Darts. Inside, there's a shot by Larson that's no good. Rebound taken down by Davis High. Here they come. It's Homer with the basketball. 10 seconds left in the first period. Homer looking for somebody to throw the ball to. He finds Heath with 3. They need to get a shot right now. They need to throw it up. They didn't get a shot off, and Wilk can't believe it. Davis High coach can't believe they did not get a shot off. And you got to give credit to the Alta High Hawks. They smothered Heath down near the three-point stripe. So after the end of one quarter of play, Alta High 16, the Davis High Darts 7. We'll be back after this timeout.
Pedersen Ski and Sports is having a no money down mountain bike sale with top name mountain bikes at low sale prices, like this 18-speed Mountain Tech with lightweight alloy rims, index shift, and special heavy-duty brakes. It was $270, but Pedersen's price now just $199. Take it home today, no money down. And lightweight bike helmets worth $45, now just $19.99. It's on now, the no money down mountain bike sale. Take what you want. Take it home from Pedersen Ski and Sports with 7 locations along the Wasatch Front.
It's the right move, it's the right choice. Provo City, the move is going on.
And now we're inside the second quarter where Isaacson drove in, and he got inside, and a foul was called, so he'll go to the free throw line.
I believe the foul was called on Larson. That'll be his first foul, but that's what they need to do. Isaacson's got to drive hard to the basket and try and pick up fouls.
So at the free throw line now, David Isaacson, who is averaging about 16 points a game here in the tournament, and with the first try, it's good.
So far, he had 22 against Mountain View, had 17 against Brighton, and 10 points and 6 rebounds against Provo last night. Very fine player, and he's got to step up and do it again tonight.
And for his second shot, that rims out. So Isaacson gets one of the two, 16-8 score. We're just inside now, the second quarter. As we tick down to halftime, Davis High looking for some offense. It played fairly decent on defense. It's just those outside bombs have killed the darts early on. Now here's a foul called underneath. Looks like it might go on Steve Howard.
We mentioned those bonds. Those bonds have brought them out of their zone defense. They're now playing a man-to-man. And the big fear of Jay Welk was right there. They get the mismatches inside because of size and the likelihood of picking up a lot of fouls.
You saw a moment ago Ron Carling last night's game with Viewmont. He said those final 2 minutes, the longest 2 minutes of his entire life. Probably the most tense, too.
Well, Viewmont had about 4 shots at the end to tie it up, and none of them dropped.
There's a rebound put back by Knight. Travis Knight gets on the scoreboard for the first time this evening. He has 2 points, 18-8.
Travis Knight using his size, and we've said Shane Knight a couple of times, but his brother Shane Knight, a fine player for BYU.
Isaacson for 2 from 18 feet away, and he cuts that Alta Hawk lead down to 10. Excuse me, down to 8, 18-10 score. Skip pass over to Knight. Back around the horn to Wagner. Wagner has it to Larson. Inside, the ball taken away. Isaacson comes up with it. He gives it off to Homer. Travis Homer brings it down the right side. He drives. What's the shot? Offensive call.
He did. He pushed off. He had that right arm pushing off as he drives to his left. Travis Homer's a great all-around athlete. We mentioned he was the second-team All-Stater basketball last year. Also the starting quarterback on the Davis High team this year.
They say he may be the best all-round athlete on this Davis High team.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. Travis Homer, just a real fine, gifted athlete.
6'4" senior called with his first personal foul, the charging call. Bringing the basketball down, that is Norris. Norris off to Knight. Knight double team down low. He loses the ball off the darts, and it goes, oh, they gave it the other way. It goes to Davis High School. There's a break for the darts.
You know, since they've gone into the man-to-man, their intensity level has really picked up defensively. They haven't played a lot of zone defense, which they started out in this game. And now that they've gone back to the man-to-man, you've seen their intensity really pick up.
There's a nice drive by Halliday. Shot no good.
So you got bodies flying everywhere down there.
Maybe a blocking call. Halliday went driving in there from that left side.
Looked like he was going in first and goal from the 2.
It's first and a 14 foul.
Foul was called against Norris. And Troy Norris picks up his first personal. So Halliday now steps up to the line with 5 points in the ballgame. The 6'4" junior hoping to cut into that 8-point lead.
Halliday had a fine tournament also last night against Provo. Led the team in scoring with 16 points. So he's got the ability to light it up.
Well, he was the team's leading scorer during the regular season. In fact, a few points during the regular season. He was putting the stadium before he scored, so he can put the ball in the hole. He has 7 points. It's now a 6-point lead for the Hawks. They came out red hot, and they've stalled a little bit here. They've allowed Davis High to get back into this one. 18-12 score. There's an inside dump to Knight. Knight with a turnaround jumper that's good.
There you see the big height advantage when he wheels and deals inside. Isaacson at 6'7" can't get up to contest that shot.
There's Isaacson inside. An offensive call.
I don't agree with that call.
Tough break for David Isaacson. Nice move inside off Knight.
You're going to get a chance to take a look at it again. You make the decision. I believe it's a no call here. Really wasn't a lot of contact. I think you just got to let those go.
That was a nice move by Isaacson inside. Got called with the offensive, and he picks up his first personal. The 6'7" senior battling Travis Knight, who has been tough all season long. You mentioned he had those 22 points to open up the tournament, and he's just tough. There's a steal inside, and a foul called against the big guy.
Foul against Travis Knight. You mentioned the importance of Travis Knight staying out of foul trouble. We're going to see on a replay right here, once the shot was blocked, right there, now Travis Knight's going to come over and whack him right on the arm. Actually, it wasn't Knight. They got the wrong man.
They called the wrong man, and Knight can't believe it, and understandably so. He didn't even put his arm down. Here's Isaacson inside, spins. Doesn't have a shot, so he goes back to the shot. Over to Heath. Isaacson, from 15. He can't get it to drop for it. Ball controlled by the Hawks.
Dave Isaacson can't get down on himself. He's got to keep taking those shots while he's got them. If he starts turning them away, they won't get any offensive punch.
Well, he's getting the shots. And I'll tell you what, number 40 for Davis High, Steve Howard, is doing a great job on Proud. Here comes the steal. He's the ball player. He misses another layup. Ball taken up, and it dropped down through for Brad Wood. So Brad Wood off the bench comes up with 2 big points.
Well, that was a good hustle play by Brad Wood that time. Looked like he had the easy breakaway, but his momentum carried him past the basket, and he shot the ball hard.
Way outside for an NBA three-point shot, air ball, and that's why.
That's not the shot Coach Ron Carling wants his team taking there. Brady Edwards already hit 3 three-pointers this far, but that one a little outside his range.
They wouldn't be saying air ball, would they? They'll get on him if they shoot an air ball. This is Homer with the basketball left side. Looking down low, now he goes on top to Isaacson. Around the horn, Isaacson dumps it over to Heath. Back to Howard. Howard, nice bounce pass inside. There's Homer with the baseline shot. That's good.
Good in and out play that time. The ball entry pass came into Isaacson. Little bounce pass back out to Travis Homer. Nails the 10-footer.
Aren't you impressed with the job that Steve Howard off the bench is doing on Proud? There's a loose ball on the court. They're going to call a jump possession. It belongs to Alta.
I'll tell you what impresses me more than anything is the ability for Davis to climb back in this ball game with some just very tough defense.
After starting out the game shooting 1 of 11, they have climbed back to within 4. There you see the score, and we're going to be back and see if Davis can come back on Alta after this.
Precision Automotive, 6955 South, 400 West in Midvale, is a full-service shop where you always get quality service and repairs. Skilled technicians are fully trained on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, tune-ups, fuel injection, turbocharger, brakes, 4-wheel drives, and engine overhaul, with no unexpected charges or gimmicks. Owner John Young says,
Remember, at Precision Automotive, we do it right the first time.
Precision Automotive, top quality at an honest price. East of I-15 at 6955 South, 400 West.
Hey, Vern, just came in to cheer you up, and boy, do I have some great news for you.
That's right, Vern. It's the ultimate triple cheeseburger from Arctic Circle. It's all new. A triple cheeseburger made with 3 slices of cheese and 3 patties of pure ground beef with crisp lettuce, pickle, special sauce, all on a toasted bun. Vern, it's the ultimate triple cheeseburger now at Arctic Circle.
Well, don't that sound great? Boy, Vern, you sure got emotional about good news.
Davis High trailing by 4 points, but they were down big, Kelly. And you're right, it's amazing they are able to climb back into this one with 2 big guys out there.
Well, even though they were shooting poorly and their percentages haven't increased that dramatically, they've done it with defense, and it's when they changed and went from zone to man-to-man, their intensity level really picked up.
Knight looking for an inbound. He goes deep. to Norris. Norris to Edwards. Brady Edwards tried that long NBA three-pointer mark. Brown with an underhand scoop, doesn't drop. Davis comes down with it. Big rebound by Howard. He gives it off to Heath. Now, if Heath can get in the motion of shooting, he might have some fun here. There's a turnover. Now with the basketball is Norris. Norris holds up. And with a steal almost, but a foul called Homer. Picks up his second.
That's okay. It's a hustle type of foul. If you're a coach, Coach Jay Welk, you don't really care about those type of fouls. That's his second foul, so he's got to be careful. But you like those hustle plays.
He brings in Halliday for Homer. So Halliday now steps in. Ryan Halliday, the 6'4" junior, and he loses no height in that exchange. Both 6'4".
Kind of lost track of Nick Proud here. He hasn't been over the offense. You've got to look to him inside, and there he is.
Good round jumper, it counts his foul.
You'd think I was a Swami or something. That's just what they needed to do.
Well, I was just mentioning how well that Steve Howard has played Proud here in the second quarter. And then right then, Proud goes inside, as you'll see right here. Nick Proud's cut down low. Knight sees him down low, and he gives him the basketball.
Well, a big man's shot starts with good position, and as he kept Howard on his hip, got the good entry pass in from Knight, and then turned, wheeled and dealed, and got the 2 and 1.
His first year ever of organized basketball. Boy, and what a send-off this year will be if they can win a state championship on the shoulders of Knight and Proud. Basketball, Heath now with it for the Darts. Isaacson on top. Over to Halliday. Back to Howard. Howard can't find anybody, so he gives it off to Halliday. Oh, nice move inside. Halliday with the left-hander.
Ryan Halliday with a very athletic move, drove with his right hand, then crossed back over with the nice left-handed layup.
What a move for a 6'4" junior inside like that. He just sliced his way in there. And he cut that lead to 5. Outside, here's Edwards. He drives in. Foul. Could be away from the ball. No pushing. Edwards was pushed, they say. Foul was called. Let's take a look at this and see if we can pick up what happened.
There's a little bump right there with the hands.
Looks like Brad Wood was caught.
Coach always says you got to play defense with your feet, not with your hands. That time it was playing it with his hands, and he picked up the foul.
Homer comes back in. Travis Homer's back in there. Shot that's no good. Homer rips down that rebound. Heath brings it across that 10-second line into full court. Working the left side. Bounce pass to Homer.
Isaacson's got to get offensive minded.
Try for Halliday, but something good. Halliday has 12 points. Boy, a quiet 12, and he's the leading scorer on the court.
Well, we knew Ryan Halliday could do it. He had 16 points against Provo last night, so he has the ability.
There's a nice inside move, but a block by the big guy, Steve Howard. Boy, what a rejection. And Edwards now brings it down. On him is Homer. Halliday looking at Norris, now on top. That's Wagner. Far side, Edwards for 3, that's no good. Rebound taken down by Isaacson. He gives it off to Heath, and here they come.
A chance to tie it.
Isaacson. Now he spins inside, ball blocked away. A jump that belongs to Davis.
That's okay, he can't be discouraged. He's got to keep going to the basket hard like that. Some of the times he might get it blocked, but other times he's going to get fouled, might get the 2 and 1. You're going to see on the replay, a real fine play that time by Kevin Brook. Nick Proud. He gets the block.
They get it into Heath. Inside shot is good, and we're tied. Oh, that's a three-pointer.
Three-pointer, so they climb into the lead.
Davis high, could you believe it? 24-23. The Darts are on top. Minute 36 to play in the first half. There's a foul called. And, Halliday, he realized it right away. He says that was a stupid move.
Yeah, and Coach Welk a little exercised by the foul, too. It was just not a real good thinking foul that time.
And Halliday picks up his second personal on that move right there. Unwise. And
he knows it. You can see it in his face.
Welk didn't need to say a word because he knew it. Brad Wood will check back in. They sit down Tyler Heath. Brad Wood, now this is their best defensive player, number 22, Brad Wood. He is the stopper at the free throw line. Is Norris. He hits that one. We're tied.
Boy, what looked like a blowout early. We got a ball game on our hands now, 24-24. You wouldn't have thought that after seeing Davis go 1 for 10 in the first quarter.
Now Heath comes back in, and Halliday will sit down perhaps for the final minute 33 of this first half. Troy Norris at the free throw line, and he's got it.
Tell you, the big boys in there, Isaacson and Knight, really going at it. That time they exchanged elbows.
He gets it off the Hummer inside. There's Howard. There's Isaacson, and he gets the shot.
That's the one. He's just got to keep it straight.
A little 15-footer. He has the range, and he drops that one through. He has 5. The lead changes. It's a seesaw affair now, 26-25. Outside Wagner for 3. It's no good. Rebound taken down by by Davis Brad Wood. Here comes Hunter with the basketball, working the left side. Hunter with the side to Isaacson. Isaacson takes left, goes right, ball knocked away. Did he foul? No.
They're going to call a jump ball again, and this time it's going to go to Alta. I thought there might have been a foul, but the referees both concurred, said that it was a jump ball.
48 seconds. Take a look at this one. Watch the fake right, and he goes back left. Right there was Proud and Knight, and Proud blocks the shot. 34 seconds remaining here in the first half. Edwards way out on top. Now it's Knight. Knight will try a three-point shot. It's good.
Boy, you don't expect that from the big 6'11 kid. Looked at Coach Starling on that one. He just turned and smiled to the bench. He couldn't believe it either.
Gave him a little wink, and they have a 2-point lead at 28-26 with 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Homer backs it out. Gets the screen. Now he works inside. He goes to Heath. Heath tries a long shot. Way off the mark. Twice now. Jay Welk's team has not gotten a good shot as time runs out.
Yeah,
in the first quarter, now here in the first
quarter, they didn't even get a shot off, and now when they take a wild hook shot from about 30 feet, so they know what the clock is saying better than what they are.
Well, I'll tell you what, after trending big, though, Davis High comes back, and it's now Alta 28, Davis 26. We'll take a break and come back after this timeout.
When you're looking for action, adventure, excitement, X marks the spot. It's Wolverine, Colossus, Dazzler, Nightcrawler, Storm. It's the most popular team in superhero history. Every month in Marvel Comics. Look for Marvel Comics where X marks the spot.
Comics Utah with 2 convenient locations, 2985 West, 3500 South, and 258 East 1st South. Comics Utah is your one-stop fantasy shop.
Some nights seems like you can only give about 60%, but there has to be something inside you that tells you that I can play a little bit harder, and pretty soon you find that you think you're giving 100%, and then you tell yourself, I gotta do something else if we're gonna win this game, and you can push yourself beyond even your own expectations.
Start with a crisp, fresh fruit and salad bar. Then for the same low price, add delicious hot entrees. Specialty foods like seafood and pasta. A cool dessert bar with all your favorites, plus a soft drink. Chuck-A-Rama's cooking it all up for one low price and special kids prices too.
Quality, variety at one low price. Chuck-A-Rama, we're cooking and how?
The Rick Water Super Ford store is now your Explorer store. For the next 2 weeks, you can own a new Explorer for thousands less. Rick Water has brought in over 150 Explorers and priced them to go. See why more people are buying their new Explorers at the Explorer store than any other dealer in the Intermountain West. And during this sale only, when you buy that new Explorer, you'll receive oil, lube, and filter free for the next 3 years. With Ford's bumper-to-bumper warranty, no maintenance worries. The Explorer sale at the Super Ford store. You'll like the way we do business.
We'll return to our program, presented in its entirety after the CNN Headline News Update.
CNN Headline News, I'm Judy Fortin. What Iraq calls intimidation, the Pentagon is calling routine. The United States and Britain began combat and boarding exercises in the Persian Gulf today. It's the first maneuvers for the aircraft carrier USS America since it arrived in the Gulf yesterday. Washington says the deployment is meant to send a clear signal to Iraq to comply with UN ceasefire orders. But Allied officers deny the carrier's presence as a sign of escalating tensions. Baghdad claims it has disclosed and destroyed its weapons of mass destruction. But as Rick Salinger reports, UN inspectors say that's not the case.
It's been described as the heart of the Iraqi weaponization program, Alta, codename Petrochemical 3. The International Atomic Energy Agency, which produced this tape, says here Iraq was doing explosive and metallurgical testing to assemble a nuclear weapon using highly enriched uranium. About 40 miles south of Baghdad, Al-Athir resembles a small college campus. Former United Nations nuclear inspector David Kay visited the site.
The actual equipment is impressive. Major buildings have the state-of-the-art design. We found that it's explosive-proof lighting, for example. Vast air-moving equipment designed to filter out plutonium, high-enriched uranium particles. The latest in plasma jet furnaces. It gives the impression of someone who had a lot of money and knew what he was doing in building that facility.
Al-Athir was bombed during the Gulf War, but only about 15% of it was damaged. Some of that, the wrong parts. The cafeteria was destroyed. The bunkers for the testing of an implosion device to detonate an atomic weapon remained relatively intact, though one did suffer a direct hit. Here a storage facility was found for several hundred tons of explosives. Some 20 tests were done at this site. The government of Saddam Hussein believes it has fulfilled its obligation to disclose and destroy its weapons of mass destruction. It feels the Allies are now trying to punish Iraq for other reasons.
Iraq is to be destroyed and to continue the destruction from the human side of Iraq, not only on infrastructure and other installations, and to use it for publicity inside the United States and Britain for election.
Iraq claims the weapon issue is a smokescreen in order to keep the economic sanctions from being lifted.
Before the war, it was estimated Iraq was a year and a half to 2 years away from having a nuclear weapon. One wants to make sure it doesn't come that close again. Rick Salinger, CNN.
Rescue workers in eastern Turkey are following the cries of trapped survivors in efforts to dig them out. The confirmed death toll from yesterday's devastating earthquake swelled to 578 today, but American Red Cross officials fear it could climb as high as 4,000. The hardest hit town was Erzincan, about 350 miles east of Ankara. Witnesses described the area as a landscape of flattened buildings. President Turgut Özal visited the city today to view the damage. International relief groups are doing their best to get aid where it's needed most. The quake registered an estimated 6.8 on the Richter scale. South African President F.W. de Klerk is wrapping up his vigorous campaign to seek support for next week's crucial whites-only referendum. Tuesday's ballot asked voters whether they support his plans to end apartheid. The referendum comes amid increasing violence in South Africa's black townships. At least 3 people were killed in clashes between police and supporters of the Inkatha Freedom Party in Alexandria today. The magazine U.S. News and World Report says U.S. intelligence has detected 2 more North Korean ships headed for an Iranian port. It claims the ships may be carrying Scud missiles bound for Syria. The report adds the vessels were hiding in heavy traffic to avoid being detected. Earlier this week, a North Korean ship suspected of carrying Scud missiles docked at the Iranian port of Bandar Abbas. A Pentagon spokesman isn't commenting on this latest report. The day-old ceasefire between Armenia and Azerbaijan appears doomed. A government official from the disputed region of Nagorno-Karabakh says one person was killed today when a rocket fired by Azerbaijani forces struck the enclave's parliament building. Nagorno-Karabakh is located inside Muslim Azerbaijan, but is mainly populated by Christian Armenians. The two sides have been fighting a 4-year bloody battle for its control. UN Special Envoy Cyrus Vance will travel to the region Monday to mediate a truce.
This has been a CNN News Update. We've got it on Real 14 KXI.
To remind your parents that Tuesday is Kids Night at Pizza Hut, try magic. Where did that go? Wow! And if that doesn't work, call Cousin Norman. Making it great!
It's Darkwing Duck. I am a master of mystery. You can help DW solve mysteries at Pizza Hut with the Darkwing Pizza Pack. You get a personal pan pizza with your favorite topping, one of 2 cool cups, and crime fighter kits, all for $2.99. Yes!
Doesn't have the same ring, does it? Gus Paulus Chevrolet.
Call it what you want, but it's not college. You're right, it's not college, but I'll like what I'm doing. And I'll learn skills that people need today. What about a job? Dad, look at the companies that hire graduates from ITT Tech. Is really what you want?
Then we want it too. Find out more about ITT Technical Institute. Call now for this brochure. 1-800-942-0088.
This is a gate change announcement.
Ah, the virtues of milk.
Flight 7 is now boarding at gate 65. What?
Milk helps supply carbohydrate, boost your energy. It's wonderfully slim on calories. Milk has B-complex vitamins for steady nerves. And a bit of potassium.
Care for something?
I was having milk.
To help maintain a healthy heartbeat.
Now, this is your captain.
Milk.
We'll be delayed here an hour.
It does a body good.
And at the Salt Palace tonight, it's a 2-point ball game. Alta High with that 28-26 lead over the Davis High Darts. And the Dart Man loves it because it's just a 2-point ball game.
The Dart Man making his point.
There you go. And the Dart Man is a happy man tonight because his team came from way back in that first quarter to bring Davis High to just in 2 points, within 2 here. And you can see they came back in the second. Davis High taking the good shots. They just weren't dropping in the first. And although they're just shooting 38% in the first half, they only trail by 2.
Well, the 38% was 10% earlier in the ball game, so they really shot well after that first quarter. They picked it up. But as we talked about, what got them back in the ball game was really they did it with their defense.
Great defense. Let's take a look at some more halftime stats. 3-point shots, fairly even. 4 of 8 for Alta, 3 of 4 for Davis High. And Davis High red hot them way out there. They've taken the 4 and hit 3 of them. Rebound edge, naturally you would think it would go to Alta, and it does. 14-8, but I'll tell you what, inside, Davis High is doing a pretty good job on the 2 big guys.
Well, I think that last graphic with turnovers, that's why Davis got back in the ball game. With the good hard defense, they forced some Alta turnovers. They forced 8 turnovers, and they climbed back in.
Ryan Halliday for the Davis High Darts is the leading scorer on the court. He has 12 points, and what a job he has done in that first half.
Well, he picked him up when things were looking kind of tough for Davis. Ryan Halliday steps up to the table and takes charge, and he clocks 12 points in the first half. On the other side, it was pretty well balanced, Chris. Travis Knight with 7, but everyone contributed.
We might mention that the Highland High Rams had a similar run last year. Could it all happen again? Last year they beat out Timpview, and they came from nowhere. So we'll see if it'll happen again tonight. We'll take a break and be back after this timeout.
Hey, Vern. Just came in to cheer you up, and boy, do I have some great news for you.
That's right, Vern. It's the ultimate triple cheeseburger from Arctic Circle. It's all new. A triple cheeseburger made with 3 slices of cheese and 3 patties of pure ground beef with crisp lettuce, pickle, special sauce, all on a toasted bun. Vern, it's the ultimate triple cheeseburger now at Arctic Circle.
Well, don't that sound great? Boy, Vern, you sure got awful emotional about good news.
Effort is essential. If you're out there and you know everything there is to know about the game of basketball, but you're not willing to put forth the effort on the floor, the thought process isn't going to do you much good. So you have to be willing to go out there, get your hands dirty, so to speak, and go to work.
It was late. I was taking a stroll past Joe's Cash and Carry Carpets when I saw a 6-foot chicken trying to break in. Now that's one dumb bird. Doesn't he know the prices at Joe's Cash and Carry Carpets are so cheap that it's a crime to buy carpet anywhere else? Why, Stainmaster Carpet's just $8.99 a yard. Plus Joe's will throw in a free rubber chicken with every purchase. Now that's cheap. Hold it right there, chicken. Come to Joe's Cash and Carry Carpets for cheap prices on quality carpet. 90 days, same as cash.
The Salt Lake Golden Eagles clash with the Kansas City Blades in the Delta Center. Friday night at 7 on Rio 14.
Academy Award winner Denzel Washington in a broadcast television premiere, The Mighty Quinn.
Sunday night at 8 on Rio 14.
The Sun Palace in downtown Salt Lake City, where tonight the Alta Hawks have that 2-point lead over the Davis High Darts in the 4A championship ball game. Let's take a look at some of those first half highlights. One of the big highlights had to be Halliday. He will get the pass here, and he will drive in. He works, fakes left. Now he goes right. Watch him switch the ball in his hands with the left-handed layup over the outstretched arms of Knight. He puts it up, and then he has 12 here in the first half.
Boy, that was a fine shot by Halliday, and we're going to see a nice three-point shot on this next point by Travis Homer from Alta. Oh, excuse me, that's number 20, Brady Edwards.
Way outside, that was Spencer Wagner, number 20. Now coming down the other way for Davis High School. Homer will get outside on that left side. Now watch, there's the fake by the big guy. And then Homer inside. Isaacson's working for a shot, can't find one, so Homer raises and he nails that three-point shot to keep Davis close in that first half.
There were a lot of three-pointers in the first half, but probably the most unsuspecting of them all was the one Travis Knight let go right there. Coach Carling saying, no, no, and then yes.
So Travis Knight at the half, he comes up with 7 points off that tray. 28-26 our halftime score. The Davis High Darts, you know, they had never been favored in any of their 3 games here, but they're just trailing by 2 here at halftime. We'll take a break and be back with that second half after this.
You got nailed.
Get lost, Kevin.
Didn't go to Taco, did you? I bet it cost you what, 20 bucks?
15.
Oh, bargain. I'm telling you, Top Cup would have done a better job for about half the price. Plus, the girls at Top Cup are babes. There are at least 5 reasons you should come to Top Cup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, Kevin? 5. Top Cup. They're all over the place.
Hello, I'm Mark Panalakis, President of International Luggage Center. I'd like to introduce you to a unique concept for your next luggage purchase.
International Luggage Center, known as experienced professionals, giving you quality service, factory direct discount prices, and huge selection. Now we go one step further. The free luggage challenge. We will beat any competitor's advertised price on any brand of luggage that we stock, or it's free. Get all the details at International Luggage Center, 328 South State, Salt Lake. Free store-side parking.
Pedersen Ski and Sports is having a no-money-down mountain bike sale with top-name mountain bikes at low sale prices, like this 18-speed Mountain Tech with lightweight alloy rims, index shift, and special heavy-duty brakes. It was $270, but Pedersen's price now just $199. Take it home today, no money down. And lightweight bike helmets were $45, now just $19.99. It's on now, the no-money-down mountain bike sale. Take what you want. Take it home from Pedersen Ski and Sports with 7 locations along the Wasatch Front.
The system's designed to protect the victim.
This is him.
You're under arrest. Sometimes the system creates victims.
I didn't do it. I hate the guy. If you go to trial, and you belong to trial, you're looking at a lot more time. I will out of jail.
Just another black boy going upstate is no big deal to you, is it?
I hope for your sake, sir, you are not convicted.
His only hope is justice, criminal justice.
Wednesday night at 7 on Reel 14.
And Davis High has crawled right back into this, Kelly, trailing 16-4. They trailed by 12 points. The Davis High Darts then went on a 22-12 run to climb right back into it. They trail by 2, 28-26 here at the half.
Well, we've talked about it throughout the first half, but they really did it with their defense. Coach Welk makes the big change from his own defense, the man-to-man defense. The intensity level really picked up for Davis. That's when they got back in the ball game. Started getting some shots, better shots, but they did it with their defense.
And Davis High will inbound the ball first here to start that second half, and it's Ryan Halliday who gets the call. He gets it into Homer. We're just underway in the second half. It's Halliday with the basketball. Right side, now they go left to Heath. Heath can't find a shot, so he goes up on top to Howard, who bangs one home. Howard's first two of the ball game, and it's a big bucket.
Now that's a bonus for Davis because they don't really expect Steve Howard to score, and he comes out and gets the first bucket of the half.
Way on top is Edwards. Now there's Knight from outside. He's got it.
On the other hand, they do expect that man to score, Travis Knight. He's their leader.
Great student, too, we might add. A 3.8 student heading to UConn. There's the ball stolen away by Proud. He comes up with a basketball, and the Hawks come down with a 2-point lead. The Alta High Hawks, 17-7 on the season. There's Proud from 15. It's no good. Inside, there's a foul on the arm. Count it good. Shot was taken by Norris, and he got it to drop through for him.
Norris got away with a little push. He was actually behind the defender. You're going to see on the replay, number 20, Travis Howard, had position. Just a little nudge. He gets the foul, gets the shot. Chance for the three-pointer, the old-fashioned one.
Now the big concern for Coach Welk is Homer has 3 personal fouls.
So they can't afford to have him miss the ball down this point.
Norris gets the bucket, 3 points the old-fashioned way, and it's a 5-point lead now for Alta. Isaacson inside, he works on the arm. We'll check it's either Proud or Knight. Both of them are right on him. I can't tell.
I think they called it on Knight. Knight guarding him right there, and I think they do call it on Knight. That's his second personal foul. That's exactly what Isaacson has to do, though. If he gets the ball down low, he's got to wheel and wheel down underneath.
Isaacson averaging 16 points a game here in the tournament. Hits the first one with 6. Boy, Davis High came out. They beat Mountain View 70-65. Then they came back, and the big upset had to be that Davis High over Brighton 59-53. Brighton High School is just a big ball club. And from way outside is Homer for 3. Off the miss, Homer gets 3.
Well, we got ourselves a ball game.
It's a one-pointer, 33-32. And the quick turnaround by Knight, it's good.
Both the shots that Travis Knight's made in the second half come off the same play. A little screen down. He pops to the free throw line for the open 15-footer.
There's another 3-point try. Homer, yes.
Boy, Travis Homer lighting it up here. 2 3-pointers back to back.
Now there's one concern. No, you say, no, he's hitting them. Yes, he is. But there's one concern the coach has with Homer is if he gets hot, he'll just continue to shoot those shots. Now, there's a shot missed. Davis High comes down with it. It's Homer. They say he turns into a little bit of a gunner if he's hot, but he's hitting them now. So let's see what happens. Homer comes down, nails 2 big 3-pointers. He's working inside. Homer stumped. Jump ball, it belongs to Alta. And Proud may have twisted that ankle. He goes down hard. You see him limping as he heads back the other way.
He did turn it a little bit, but he's running it off. He's going to be okay.
Homer tries to challenge the big guys inside, and that is a concern he has, Coach Wells. But we're tied at 35. Inside, there's a move, and it counts.
So when you play that man-to-man defense, especially against the bigger players, that's what you've got to fear for is the mismatch. This time he's trying to scoot around to the side, and Nick Proud goes hard to the basket. Isaacson comes over to try and help. Let's see who they give the foul to.
Looks like they gave it to Steve Howard. Howard has his second personal. Free throw line, he's got it.
I'll tell you, I wish the first year I played basketball, I could have played like this kid.
First year of organized ball, and he's doing a heck of a job inside Howard. Now Isaacson on top. He fakes. Back on top. Now there's a shot by Holiday that's no good. Rims out of there. Bringing it down for the Alba High Hawks is Norris with 5:10 remaining in the third. Inside to get it. Brown goes hard. He's got it.
Brown's really working to get the ball down hard underneath. They're trying to front or three-quarter front him. And he's getting that big paw out there and making some great catches on the entry passes.
And suddenly the Davis High Darts find themselves trailing by 5. Foul's called here on Alta. Davis will maintain possession of the basketball. Second personal on Norris. Homer gets it. Looking inside for Howard. Can't find him. A little bit too hard, and Homer knows it.
Travis Homer's really the leader on this team. Even though Isaacson's been the big gun, this team relies on Travis Homer to lift them up.
With the basketball on top is Wagner. Heat guard Wagner. There's outside shot by Wagner. It's up and good. Three-point shot by Wagner. See what Weld does now because his team trails by 8. Heath brings it down. They need a bucket right here. Heath moving left side. Now they go to Homer. Homer down low. It's Isaacson. Heath spins the ball, knocked away. A foul call. On the arm will be Proud. So Nick Proud picks up a personal foul.
Travis Knight thought it was on him for a minute there. That would have been his third personal foul. But it's Nick Proud that comes over and catches him on the arm.
Got him on the arm, and also the body was moving into Isaacson, who steps up at the free throw line with 6 points, trailing now by 8. Boy, Isaacson, for a player who didn't shine too much during the regular season, has really come on here in the state tournament.
Well, you've got to be impressed with the players that can pick it up a notch in state tournament play, a little more pressure, and the kids that respond, you've really got to admire.
So David Isaacson, the 6'7" senior, picks up 2 free throws. He has 8 points. It's 37-43. The Hawks have the lead. We'll be back after this.
Wasatch Satellite has an alternative to throwing your money away by renting cable TV. Buy an EchoStar 510 satellite system for less. An all-in-one receiver, descrambler, dish mover, on-screen graphics, stereo sound, and much more. Choose from thousands of sporting events, movies, Broadway shows, children's programs. Over 200 channels not available on cable TV. Order your EchoStar 510 for only $45 down and $45 per month. Call 269-8282 now. If you're buying your home, why are you renting cable? Own a Wasatch Satellite system.
When you're looking for action, adventure, excitement, X marks the spot. It's Wolverine, Colossus, Dazzler, Nightcrawler, Storm. It's the most popular team in superhero history. Every month in Marvel Comics. Look for Marvel Comics where X marks the spot.
Comics Utah with 2 convenient locations, 2985 West, 3500 South, and 258 East, 1st South. Comics Utah is your one-stop fantasy shop.
So the Alta Hawks will have the basketball with 4:17 remaining in the third quarter. These guys here hoping to play some sweet music to get the Darts back into it. Davis High School trailing 43-37. To inbound the basketball is Troy Norris. This guy's a quarterback, starting quarterback, so you think he could get it in, huh?
Yeah, they've got the good passer in there.
He'll try it again.
Steve Howard picks up a kind of a silly foul there.
Steve Howard, and that is his third.
Big boys for Davis getting into a little foul trouble. Howard with 3.
Correction, that's his 4th, they say.
Homer with 3. That is Howard's 4th foul.
Coming to the ball game now for Davis High is Matt Thomas. Now bringing it down quickly, Spencer Wagner. Heath is all over him. Backs it on out to Troy Norris. State baseball player, Norris. He can play all positions as well. There's Travis Knight from 15. Proud gets the ball stripped away. Knocked out of bounds. It belongs to the Hawks.
Travis Homer reaching in there, knocking it out. Everybody held their breath for just a minute as Homer almost picks up his 4th foul.
Travis Knight. Now they go to Spencer Wagner. Shot 2-pointer. It's good.
When Wagner gets his feet set toward the basket, he's a deadly shooter.
It's an 8-point lead now for the Alta Hawks, who come into this ball game favored over Davis. Actually, Davis, they never were favored in any of these ball games. Yet they continue to win.
Well, coming into the tournament, they lost 5 of their last 7 games, so they were lucky just to be in the tournament. And then they turn into the Cinderella team once they get here.
With those 2 big guys, and there's one of them Knight now outside. Wagner threw a long shot that's no good. You have to kind of wonder to yourself, how did Alta High lose 7 games on the season? Because they have played so well.
Very interesting. The underachievers versus the overachievers.
And there's a great underachiever is Heath. He takes no credit, but he does so much on this team. He nails the 3-point shot. Tyler Heath for 3. It's a 5-point lead now for the Hawks. 45-40. Ball tip. There's Proud. He works it hard. He traveled. Did he get away with it? No.
Good defense that time by David Isaacson. Held his ground. Made Proud shuffle his feet.
Isaacson is not in foul trouble, so he can be aggressive inside. Sitting down will be Halliday. You see him giving a few words of advice. Coach well. I guarantee he won't be out very long. Inside, there's Thomas. He spins in the lane. Now he bounces it out to Homer. Homer between the legs, looking for that 3-point shot. They won't give it to him, so Thomas gets it. Now they go to the other side, and that is Wood. Wood for a little banker that's no good, and Proud looks down the rebound.
Good defense that time by Alta. Made the switches where they had to, had their hands right in their face, forced the damn shot.
Norris comes down, averaging at 5 points a game in the tournament. There's Knight from outside, yes.
Travis Knight, that he's found his spot. That's 3 times in this quarter that he's spotted up just the right-hand side of the free throw line.
Look at Isaacson in hard off the glass. Yes, from Isaacson, he has 10.
Isaacson forcing the contact. They've got to create that little space between himself and Travis Knight.
Some pressure now on the Hawks. Now they come back. They're going to go man-to-man as they bring it down. Well, he holds off now. Homer backs away. He picks up his man at half court. Brown's posting down low. They can't find him. Knight, will he shoot that one? Yes, this one's no good. Up for the rebound is Thomas.
That one he was about 3 or 4 feet further out, just a little outside his comfort zone.
Look at Isaacson move inside. The ball tip taken down by the Hawks. That's Wagner, who's doing quite a job in there for Alta High. They have that lead. It's a 5-point lead at 47-42.
We talked about Davis using their good defense to get back in the ball game. Alta showing that they can play the good defense also.
Proud moving inside. He finds Knight. Ball tipped away. Thomas comes up with it. Here comes Davis High. It's Heath. Here comes the playmaking guard across the 10-second stripe between the circles. Looking inside for Isaacson. There he is. Isaacson hard. Down and it goes. David Isaacson with 12 points, a chance to extend that. And he cuts that lead now down to 3.
Well, I'll tell you, patience pays off for David Isaacson. He's had this shot rejected a couple of times, but the last 2, he draws a little contact with the body, goes up strong, 2 with the chance for 3.
And sitting down is Travis Knight with his 4th personal foul.
Well, Chris, you mentioned early in the broadcast that the key for Alta was keeping Travis Knight in the ball game. That's a big loss for them with still 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Isaacson a chance to cut into that 3-point lead. Shot is up, and it bounces through for him. This has been an unbelievable game. Back and forth. Alta will get that lead. You think, uh-oh, Davis High is going to collapse. No, they don't. Now they trail by a mere 2 points. Heath all over Wagner. There's a bounce pass inside. The shot's no good. Over the back is Norris.
Boy, we've really seen a momentum switch here in the last minute. As Davis has converted a couple of times, and that on the defensive end, they pick up the rebound and the foul.
What a nice job Davis High is doing here in this third quarter of staying in this ball game. You see the miss, and over the back, over Homer's back was Norris. Heath all working inside for Isaacson. There's a shot inside, and it's no good. Rebound taken down. Norris is taken by Heath. He comes up with a loose ball.
A great hustle by Heath.
Homer for three, it's no good. And a foul called. And you can see this one coming on Davis High. They'll charge Brad Wood with the personal.
That's okay. Coach Well clapping his hands over there. Those are the type of fouls you don't mind. It was a good hustle play. You're going to pick up a foul every now and then.
So Brad Wood picks up that personal. That's his second. But like you say, what a hustling job these guys are doing in the brown and orange. Brown and yellow. The Davis High Darts. 19 seconds remaining in the third quarter. See the clock. Then I'll see how
I think they prefer brown and gold.
Is it gold? Yeah, there, that's right.
There's not many teams that have a school color yellow.
They like gold, that's right. Okay. Davis High has had 3 opportunities to milk the clock and get a shot in. I don't know if they can do it here in the third. There's a shot rejected. Walked away with 1 second. They're not going to get a shot off. Alta will not. And that ends the third quarter of play. So the brown and gold have battled back to within 2 points here. And it was a 2-point lead by Alta at the half, 28-26. Now it's 47-45. And we'll be back with that fourth quarter after this timeout.
I learned the latest computer-aided drafting skills at ITT Technical Institute. And I earned my associate degree in less time than it takes to finish college. In drafting, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And the shortest distance between high school and a drafting career is ITT Tech.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for this informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088. Precision Automotive, 6955 South, 400 West in Midvale, is a full-service shop where you always get quality service and repairs. Skilled technicians are fully trained on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, tune-ups, fuel injection, turbocharger, brakes, four-wheel drives, and engine overhaul, with no unexpected charges or gimmicks. Owner John Young says,
remember, at Precision Automotive, we do it right the first time.
Precision Automotive, top quality at an honest price. East of I-15 at 6955 South, 400 West.
It's the right move, it's the right choice. Provo City, the move is going on.
It's a 2-point game, 47-45. Davis High gets the basketball as we open up the fourth and final quarter. 8 more minutes to play in this state championship ball game, and Heath will bring it down.
Everybody getting their money's worth tonight.
It's been a great basketball game, no doubt about it. There's a quick shot by Thomas, and Crowd rips it down. Or even the referee came over and said to us, this is a great ball game, isn't it? It certainly is. A great basketball game. Spencer Wagner goes inside to Larson. Now around the horn they go inside to Crowd. Finger off the glass, and he's got it for 2 points, and he has 12 here in the ball game.
Anytime Nick Crowd gets the ball down underneath like that, he's going to get a good shot at the basket. He did there. And then Davis comes back with the traveling violation, so a big turn of events here for Alta.
4-point lead for the Hawks, and they have the basketball just when they were inching back into it. There's a steal by Heath. 2-on-1 fast break, bounce pass to Halliday. Halliday off the glass, and it was a blocking charge, a blocking call, or rather, against the Hawks.
Brian Halliday with good body control. He knew exactly what he wanted that time. Drew the contact, got the ball up, so they called a foul on the shot. Almost got the conversion for the 2-on-1, but it just rimmed out.
You see, Heath bounced it over to Halliday. Halliday stops, then he goes up with a shot. Boy, look how high Larson got. Almost blocked that off the glass. Halliday with the first one it's done.
Came awfully close to goaltending on it. Halliday thought he might have touched it while it was up there.
Halliday 12 points in the first half. He did not score in the third quarter. Now he has the 13, averaging 10 a game here in the tournament. And he puts that in, and it's a 2-point ball game again, 49-47. What a basketball game. Last year it was Highland and Gimpview. This year it is Davis and Alta going down to the line, it looks like. Wagner on top, they go to Proud. Proud's working inside, that's before the shot.
I think they got the foul on Isaacson.
They do call it on Isaacson.
Boy, you gotta like the way Nick Proud posts up underneath. You can tell he enjoys being a big man. He gets those arms out, spreads out, really wants the ball. He calls for the ball inside.
An exchange student from Australia. He's a good one. There's Knight way outside. Not a very wise shot, I don't think. I don't think Colling's too happy with that one. As Heath comes down with the basketball now, the chance to either take the lead or tie this one up. Halliday, he'll raise from 12. Sure.
Brian Halliday with the hot hand for Davis to start this fourth quarter. Ties up the ball game again.
Can you believe it? 49 apiece. There's Proud working inside. There's the dunk. Travis Knight, he has 15 off that slam.
Nick Proud showing some real versatility as he spun to go to the basket. He saw Travis Knight.
Working on the left baseline is Homer. Homer spins. Now he's up with a shot that is good. That shot was blocked in the air, and Homer got it to drop for him, and he has 15 points in the ballgame.
That brought a smile to his face, the coach's face, and everybody on the bench.
I think the dart man is even smiling. There's Proud again inside. Before the shot, Proud may have been held.
Yeah, they waved it off, so they're not going to count the basket, but there is definitely a foul.
Isaacson, now guess what, folks? Isaacson has just picked up his fourth. Correction, is it his third? His third personal foul.
Now that would be big if it was his fourth, but fortunately for Davis, just his third. Now we're getting quite a few fouls called.
That was on David Heath, or correction, Tyler Heath. Number 11, you see him on your screen. Boy, is he a nice playmaking guard. He's the type of guard you want. He can do it all. If you want him to shoot, he will, but he's hesitant.
Well, he's averaging 8 points for the tournament, but that's, like you say, that's not really what they look for him to do. They look for him to run the floor, try and get the other people involved.
There's Wagner with that one. He puts it down. I'll tell you what, Wagner and Edwards, they really got things going here early, didn't they? They jumped down to that 16-4 lead, the Hawks did. And you thought, oh, this thing's going to be over. But no, Davis High Darts come right back.
But Brady Edwards kind of quiet after those first. They got 3 3-pointers in the first quarter. He hasn't scored since. But Wagner still, with a consistent game, has 12 points.
2-point lead for the Hawks at 53-51. Isaacson on top. Goes to Halliday. Back to Isaacson. Isaacson has the ball stripped away from behind. Coming up with a basketball. The Hawks, and bringing it down is Edwards.
Every turnover at this point in the game is very critical.
There's Knight inside to Brown to make it for 2. Isaacson's just getting beat up inside.
And the height's really starting to wear on Davis. Alta with the 1-2 combination of Knight and Proud.
Isaacson nearly lost it. Now he gives it off to Howard. Long outside shot that's good. Halliday from long range.
Good decision by Howard not to shoot the ball. Gets the ball over to Halliday. He's not afraid to put it up.
Hands out when he has 19. It's a 1-point ball game. On top is Edwards. Isaacson on with another one.
That is his fourth foul. Now Coach Jay Welk with the real decision. 4 minutes and 57 seconds left in this game. And his number 1 man's got 4 personal fouls.
Well, Isaacson is just working like a dog inside because Brown's bigger than Isaacson is, and he's a little bit heavier, and both of them struggling underneath the bucket.
Very good shot of Nick Proud. 6'10" junior from Australia.
Shots up and good. He has 15. Last night he had 16 points and 8 rebounds against Yuma, so he's off to another great basketball game.
Well, he has been the leading scorer in 2 out of the 3 games they've had in the tournament thus far.
Season on a high note here. State championship basketball game. 3-point lead now for the Hawks. 4:53 to play in the ball game. Davis High looking for its first state championship since 1976 when American Fork won it. Oh, nice shot by Halliday. A running one-hander, and he has 21 points in the ball game.
Ryan Halliday really taking it into himself, taking charge.
There's Crowder.
That's Isaacson's 5th foul. I think they've got him.
Are they going to call Isaacson or... Well, I think they might.
Yep.
Isaacson?
They called it on Isaacson, and that's going to be all for him. That's unfortunate, too, because David Isaacson's played a great game. A lot of pressure defensively. They just, they could have called it on Howard, but unfortunately for Davis, they call it on Isaacson.
Isaacson, he fouls out with his fifth personal at 4:28. Isaacson is gone with 13 points in the ballgame.
Well, keep track of that. At 4 minutes and 28 seconds left in this game, Alta leads by 1 point. And Davis's big inside man, David Isaacson, goes out of the ballgame. So it'll be real interesting from here on out.
Number 44 comes in, Kevin Bruck, 6'3" senior. Boy, now they're really giving up a lot of height here.
Well, you lose 4 inches in that trade right there, and you're going against 6'10", 6'11" inside for Alta.
Brown's been red hot at the free throw line. He hit his last 2. This time he missed it. Rebound ripped out of there by the big guy, and that's Steve Howard, 6'6" junior. Biggest guy in the court now for the Davis High Darts, and yet they trail by 1 point. There's Brooke. Over to Homer. Now they got to really be patient and look for that good shot.
Boy, you'd almost, if you're Coach Welk, you might want to take some time off the clock and try and give yourself a chance to win down the wire. I'm not saying take your last shot.
Look at this, off the bench. The shot's no good. Ball tipped up, and it's a foul on Spencer Wagner. Spencer Wagner picks up the personal. That was a big rebound break by for the Darts.
Chris, there's 4 minutes left in this ball game. I really feel like if Davis took some time off the clock here, they're going to have a better chance of trying to play their normal game. Here you're going to see the fine rebound by Howard.
Steve Howard just battling in there. He goes to the free throw line. A chance to put the Darts up. He gets the first one. He has 3 points. Old Steve Howard, the junior at the line, calmly sinks that one.
Well, they've been 3 big points because he's not the man they're going to look to score. So any points from Howard's a bonus. He calmly steps up and nails 2 straight.
And both of them dropped for Howard. He has 4. You can see Nick Brown and Brett, they go down underneath, battling for the rebound, and calling, saying, call something, one way or the other. Something's got to be called here. Well, look at the score, 58-57. Davis on top. We'll be back after this timeout.
Rick Warner Truckland, the Intermountain West's largest volume truck dealer, is having their biggest sale of the year, the full-size truck sale. Come in and choose from over 300 trucks, F-150 regular and super cabs, 4x4 half and 3/4 ton, XLT Lariat, and Custom Equip, the #1 selling truck in America, all on sale. And this month, when you buy a full-size truck from Truckland, you'll receive oil, lube, and filter service free for the next 3 years. So get the right truck from the truck specialist at Truckland. You'll like the way we do business. Start with a crisp, fresh fruit and salad bar. Then for the same low price, add delicious hot entrees. Specialty foods like seafood and pasta. A cool dessert bar with all your favorites, plus a soft drink. Chuck-A-Rama's cooking it all up for one low price. And special kids prices, too.
Quality, variety at one low price. Chuck-A-Rama, we're cooking and how?
And the Alta High Hawks come back to the the end line, trailing by a point. 58-57. Davis has the lead. What a miracle season this has been for Davis High and Coach Jay Welk. 13-10 on the season, 10-10 regular season. And they're playing here for the championship, and they have the 1-point lead. 9 inside the crowd. The foul called on number 40, that's Steve Howard, and I believe that is his fifth. So Steve Howard will have to sit down.
Davis losing all of their height inside. Howard was the biggest player they've got out there on the floor. That's going to be his fifth foul.
So Howard, unbeknownst to him, now he realizes.
That really puts a lot of pressure on Davis. You look at maybe their lineup, they don't have a lot of height to go to. Number 34, Jack Helgeson, a 6'7 junior, is about the next biggest player they've got. It's going to be Matt Thomas, 6'5 senior.
Okay, so Matt Thomas, who doesn't have a lot of meat on him, comes in. And Matt Thomas will have to guard the big guy. So Kevin Brook and Matt Thomas will have to guard Knight and Proud.
You got to see that Coach Ron Carling, he's really going to his strengths, going for the big boys inside. Nick Proud and Travis Knight. He's been pounding it in there all night long.
There's a free throw up and good. Ron Carling's been around coaching for 20 years. 5 years as a head coach at Alta. Then he, before that he was at Ben Lomond. Then I guess he was over helping the national team of Australia.
Well, I asked you before the game if that had anything to do with Nick Proud coming to the team. We don't know that, but Nick Proud also from Australia.
So he hits one, misses his second. We're knotted at 58. Heath brings it down with 3:42 to play in the ball game. All tied up. Thomas doesn't want to take the shot. They're going to look for the bread and butter, and that's Homer and Halliday. And Heath with the basketball is Brook. He gives it to Heath. There's a fake now. Halliday raises. He's fouled. Little push on the inside by Troy Norris.
Well, you don't get that call too often. That time, a little bump. That's Troy Norris's fifth foul. He's out of the ball game.
Norris fouls out with 5. Troy Norris, they say, just bumped him as he took the shot. Let's watch it. As Halliday takes the shot, does he bump him with the arm?
Watch down below. Just a little push with the right forearm. Generally, you're not going to get that call. But Troy Norris does, and that's his fifth foul.
So Troy Norris sits down while Halliday steps up to the free throw line. Ryan Halliday, big free throws here. He has 21, and we're tied at 58. Misses the first.
Got a feel for these kids. There's a lot of pressure on them. Big state tournament coming down to the wire.
What a job this guy has done. He's just a junior. The second one's good. So the junior gives the Darts a 1-point lead. Coming down to crunch time now.
Davis back into a 2-3 zone. They've lost their big men, so they're not going to try and match up. They're back in the zone. Haven't seen the zone since the first quarter.
There's a foul called inside on Kevin Brook. He can't believe it. Every time they go in deep to Proud, a foul has been called.
Alta's a very well-coached team. You can see the nice entry pass in. All night long, Nick Proud and Travis Knight have got the ball where they can handle it. Again, Nick Proud gets it, and he's fouled. Got to hand it to Coach Ron Carling.
Nick Proud at the free throw line. Now a chance to give the Hawks the lead.
A lot of people take that entry pass for granted. It's not as easy as it looks. That's consistently been a good entry pass in all night.
We're tied at 59 with 3:04 to play in the ball game. As the big 6'10 junior steps back up there for one more try.
Well, he's got a good touch at the free throw line.
He's missed only 2. And he has 18 in the ball game. And Alta has a 1-point lead, 60-59. Who would have thought coming into this one that the Darts could stay with the much bigger and taller and stronger Alta Hawks?
Well, they've been saying that the whole tournament. They didn't think they could stay with Mountain View.
There's a big rebound.
Stay with Brighton.
Thomas comes up with just a huge rebound. There's an outside banker that's no good. And the Hawks come down with this rebound. Bringing it down is Brady Edwards. They had the shots. Edwards inside. Now on top, back to Edwards. Alta high with 2:19, content to run some time. Looking inside for the pass tonight. Now they go back on top, 3-point try, but it's good. We mentioned Brady Edwards hit his first 3 shots, all 3-pointers. Now he comes back and hits another one in the 4th.
That one could be the biggest of the game. Takes it out to 4 points.
Look at the time remaining, 2:06 to go in the ball game, 63-59. Brady Edwards with 12.
All on 3-pointers, is that right?
All on 3-pointers, yeah. He's hit 4 shots. They've all been 3-pointers. Spencer Wagner with 12. Let's take a look at the shot by Brady Edwards, the 6'2 senior, as he calmly nails a shot from outside. They go into Knight. He's triple teamed, so that frees up Brady Edwards. And look at this shot. Bangs that one home.
Well, we talked about when Brady Edwards gets his feet set and square to the basket, he's a deadly shooter. He's done it 4 times tonight.
Alta High looking for its first state title. Jay Welk, who's been there at Davis High now for 2 years, wants to bring it back after a long absence. Davis High in basketball, you mentioned the tradition. Boy, in football, they're similar. I mean, they've always gone to state.
Davis High's got a great athletic tradition in all sports.
Davis High School, now do you see the 3-point shooting percentages? Davis has made one more than has Alta. 63-59, our score, 2:06 to play here in the ball game.
Big possession this time for Davis. They're going to stay in this ball game down 4 points with a little over 2 minutes left. They've got to have a score here.
Isaacson and Howard have both fouled out for the Davis High Darts. They are the 2 big guys.
Look for Halliday and Homer.
There's Homer. Now they go on top to Thomas. Thomas looking for somebody to throw the basketball to. He finds Halliday. Bounces inside. There's a shot. They go up. It's Nick Brown with the personal foul.
Nick Brown can't believe it. If there was a clean block, he says that was the one.
I think Thomas can't believe he's going to the free throw line himself. Watch this bounce pass from Halliday. And Thomas tries to move. Proud just puts out his paw. I don't know.
It looked like a lot of ball.
Tough call maybe on Nick Proud. Proud, the second personal, he is in no trouble. Shot is up and no good. Missed by Thomas. Thomas has not scored yet in the ball game. Hoping to bring the Darts to within 3 if he can nail this one. He does.
Full court pressure for Davis.
Now they go across to Edwards.
Nick Proud, Alta Hawks starting to spell one now. They're up 5 points with a minute and a half left.
You see the time remaining.
Game's certainly not over, but I'll tell you, that's a big basket.
Certainly is. A huge bucket. Here's an outside shot. By guess who? Matt Thomas.
Olsen within 3, and again the full court pressure. Little 2-2-1 press.
Alta breaks that press. They come back and set up. Edwards on top.
Alta looking to take a little bit of time off the clock now. Minute and 10 seconds.
Alta traveled with the basketball turnover. Davis High with a chance to tie it up. Jay Welch, in his second year, he said that you always hope that you can make it to a state championship with a team he had. He didn't think he could. That was a pass. Turnover. Brad Wood couldn't control it. I think what he wants to do is go to his Homer or Halliday.
Yeah, they've got to look for Homer and Halliday. Again, here's the pressure. Ooh, almost gets the steal. Not across the line yet.
Knight with the basketball. He bounces it into 4 courts. Now Wagner, well, I'll tell you what, Wagner's a little excited there on the foul. Thought he got a elbows. Because he was freely waving them.
That's right. Well, Halliday picks up the foul, and they've got to do that. They couldn't let the clock keep running. 51 seconds left in this ball game. Alta up 65-62.
Well, last night, Beaumont was able to sneak back into the ball game, trailing by, I think, like 14 points. Because Alta kept missing the front end of these opportunities. We'll see what happens tonight. Wagner misses. But Brown for the big rebound.
Well, I can tell you, Nick Krause played a great ball game. That's his 22nd point. What a game he's had.
He's a big-time player. He's just a junior. Thomas spinning inside. They go to Heath. He raises. Yes! Two-point shot by Heath.
30 seconds left. Three-point ball game. Davis has to try and go for the steal. Possibly the foul.
Davis High comes in with Nate Richardson, number 24.
As you mentioned, Chris, in both the Beaumont game and the Hillcrest game to start this tournament, Alta missed a lot of free throws.
There's a steal by Heath. Heath comes back out. Halliday has a notion, doesn't take it.
Down the three-pointer.
An unwise shot. There's the ball taken. Bodies falling all over the court.
There's a foul.
Foul on, who was it, Heath?
I think they're going to call it on Halliday. Halliday really wailing his arms in there. Coach Ron Carling, you see there on his screen, he wants a timeout.
Says, yes, we'll take it. Spencer Wagner might have taken a shot to the stomach. Looks like he may be out of breath. Carling wants a timeout. He gets one. Well, unfortunate turn of events there for Davis High School because they had an opportunity to come back into this, but they kind of rushed it.
Yeah, Halliday, I was a little surprised because he had the three-pointer, faked that and drove, and then ended up taking kind of an off-balance shot.
Thomas has come in, and he's not afraid to put the shot up. He's come in, and he's looking for the shot. I think they want to go to Homer or Halliday. 67-64, 18 seconds remaining. You're going to see Spencer Wagner, the senior guard. I think he just took an elbow to the stomach and knocked the wind out of it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. I think you're exactly right.
Or a shot to the ribs and he broke a rib, maybe.
Well, let's not think that.
Because look how he's holding the side. He's probably bruised.
It was a pretty physical game. A lot of elbows being thrown in there. Every once in a while you might catch one. See the crowd going crazy. A lot of emotion, riding high. State championship game.
Let's take a look at this shot to the rib section. Spencer Wagner really takes a hard hit right there. On you see.
Oh,
he's in pain right now.
He says.
That was a hard hit. And Wagner, he's back up. He grabs a glass of water and he's going to play some more basketball. 18 seconds remaining. So Spencer Wagner in there, he has 12 points. And boy, he is a playmaking guard.
Brady Edwards is going to be at the free throw line. There you see the free throws. Alta shooting 15 for 18, which is very good. As we mentioned in down the wire last night against Beaumont, some critical misses which allowed Beaumont to come from, 14, 16 points down and make a game of it.
At the free throw line, Brady Edwards. 67-64, 18 seconds to go. See old Wagner still kind of holding that side. Spencer Wagner really took a shot to the ribs. At the free throw line is Brady Edwards. Big free throws here, and he misses it. Davis coming down with a basketball. Here comes, here's Heath. Heath with the basketball. Thomas raises from way out there. He misses the shot. And fouled is Knight with 4 seconds to play.
That should do it. Travis Knight, they had their chance. They had their chance to tie it. They got a shot off.
Look at Welk saying, what were you doing, Halliday? Not the guy you want at the three-point line.
I don't think Coach Welk drew that one up for Matt Thomas to take the shot, but you can't fault Matt Thomas. He was in the position that he had to take the shot there.
Open. Timeout called on the court. It's still a three-point game, 67-64. And yeah, Matt Thomas coming in, he has 2 points in the game. He was open, but undoubtedly not the guy that you want taking that shot.
No, but if you're Matt Thomas and you're looking at an open three-pointer with 4 seconds left on the clock, you got to let her fire. You can't be looking for somebody else. He did. It was a little short. They fouled.
Next going to the free throw line will be Travis Knight. And Travis Knight has 15, and he's hung at the line.
Well, one free throw cinches it, but really it's going to be tough either way for Davis. If they miss both free throws, Davis only has 4 seconds to get a shot off.
Jay Welk and the Darts looking for one last play, hoping that Travis Knight misses the free throws here.
Well, I'll tell you, if you've watched this game tonight, you haven't been cheated out of anything. This has been a great championship. Everybody thought coming in that Alta would be heavily favored. They were heavily favored. But I'll tell you, Davis has played a heck of a ball game.
Davis High School now with 4 seconds to go. They bring out Nate Richardson, Halliday, Heath, Thomas, and Tomer.
They're going to stop play for a little bit. There's something thrown on the floor. We're going to get that cleared up first.
Looks like it may have been some red debris.
Red goo.
Red goo, yeah. Red goo's a good word.
Well, they went to the number one leader upper here in the...
Ron Connick has always done a good job.
Does it all, doesn't he?
After the practices, he's always put up the court. He's doing it out here too at the Salt Palace. Part of the job description at Alta. Ron Connick goes off with his... Clean action. We're set 4 seconds to play. Knight at the free throw line. Travis Knight. Connick takes the players off the line.
He's going to be shooting 1 and 1, so if he misses the first, they got to go in a hurry.
Well, he missed a bunch of them last night. Give Beaumont a chance. We'll see what happens here. Called just to make sure Coach wants to say,
you don't even come close to those guys who say shoot the ball. We don't want any fouls. They're going to be standing on the sideline when he takes his free throw.
Alta High on the verge of its very first state championship. They have a 4-point lead. Boy, that ball, though, it bounced around in there and it went in.
Well, give a lot of credit to the Alta Hawks and Coach Ron Carlin. They stuck with their game plan right from the first. I talked to Carlin before the game. He says we've got to establish the big boys inside. That's exactly what they've done. Big games out of both Proud and Knight.
Knight with 16 points. And he's heading to the University of Connecticut to play basketball, along with his 3.8 grade point average.
On the other side, let's give a lot of credit to Coach Jay Welk and the Davis Darts. He knew he was overmatched as far as size. They came out and started the ball game in a zone. They got down quick early. Coach Welk changes them to a man-to-man. They climbed right back in the game, and we've seen a great game ever since.
And I'll tell you what, David Isaacson, for what he's done in this tournament, I'm sure he'll be looked at around the area. He's a good ball player, David Isaacson. There's a long shot. It is off the mark. And the Alta Hawks win their very first state championship. So the Hawks send off Travis Knight for the state championship. They send him to Connecticut with the championship his last year at Alta.
Well, Travis Knight a great ball game, a great season. But David Isaacson, on the other hand, he's going to get the eyes from college scouts, even though he hasn't got an offer yet. He's going to be noticed. He's a great ball player.
Speaking of great ball players, you saw Nick Brown, who finished up with team high 22 points, under 44.
There he is, right in the center of your screen. Nick Proud, what a great ball player. Great game he had. You always like to have your best performance when it counts, and it counts the most in a state high school championship.
So Nick Brown with 22 points, and Ryan Halliday finished up with 22 points, and Ron Carney picks up the state championship here in the Salt Palace tonight. What a job he's done at Alta High School. So the Hawks win it 69-64. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after this timeout.
If you were in an accident involving a driver that was underinsured or uninsured, it could really cost you. I can't believe the guy who hit me had no insurance. How am I going to pay for my injuries?
They said their insurance company would take care of everything, but they didn't have enough coverage.
Don't end up paying for someone else's carelessness. Check your auto policy for under as well as uninsured coverage. Goycochea Law Offices. We talk your language.
Some nights, seems like you can only give about 60%, but there has to be something inside you that tells you that I can play a little bit harder, and pretty soon you find that you think you're giving 100%, and then you tell yourself, I gotta do something else if we're gonna win this game, and you can push yourself beyond even your own expectations.
Doesn't have the same ring, does it? Gus Paulus Chevrolet.
Comida casera mexicana. En Café Silvestre nosotros preparamos toda la comida con ingredientes frescos, sin preservativos. Si a usted le gusta la comida mexicana, le encantará nuestra comida. No usamos productos enlatados. Todos nuestros platillos son preparados diariamente. Yo cocino tortillas, frijoles, tamales. Todo es fresco. Si a usted le gusta la comida mexicana, le encantará la nuestra. En el Café Silvestre nosotros apreciamos nuestros clientes y es un honor servirles en 3 locales: Salt Lake City, West Valley y Midvale.
69-64 winners, the Alta Hawks, and boy, what a bunch of happy guys they are. And you see them now, they head over to the net. They're going to cut that thing down, Kelly.
Yeah, they do it. They take care of these guys. The past they used to have to hoist them up on their shoulders. Now they lower the basket down to them.
That's right. They've worked hard for this championship, and so they'll lower it down. And you see cutting it down, they take turns. Each one takes a snippet, and they all cut the net down.
Well, I'll tell you, we've been fortunate the last 2 weeks. We've seen 2 great ball games for state championships.
The 3A going to Ogden, the 4A now, the Alta High Hawks. And Ron Carling, he's got to be pretty happy because a lot of people kind of criticized his team through the regular season, saying, you got all this talent, you got these 2 big guys, you're not doing better, what's wrong?
Well, the cream rises to the top, and yeah, it takes a lot of talent, but you got to know how to deal with them. And I'll tell you, we saw some great coaching tonight by Ron Carling, and they used the big men. They got Travis Knight, and they got the Proud Boy in there. I'll tell you, they utilized them to a perfection tonight.
And the Alta High Hawks are cheering, and there'll be a lot of cheering tonight on State Street. The Alta High Hawks win it 69-64 over the underdog Davis High Darts. Darts come up just a little bit short. We'll take a break, and we'll come back after this timeout.
Precision Automotive, 6955 South, 400 West in Midvale, is a full-service shop where you always get quality service and repairs. Skilled technicians are fully trained on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, tune-ups, fuel injection, turbocharger, brakes, four-wheel drives, and engine overhaul, with no unexpected charges or gimmicks. Owner John Young says,
Remember, at Precision Automotive, we do it right the first time.
Precision Automotive, top quality at an honest price. East of I-15 at 6955 South, 400 West.
This is a gate change announcement.
All the virtues of milk.
Flight 7 is now boarding at gate 65. What?
Milk helps supply carbohydrate to boost your energy. It's wonderfully slim on calories. Milk has B-complex vitamins for steady nerves. And a bit of potassium. Care for something?
I was having milk.
To help maintain a healthy heartbeat.
So this is your captain.
Milk.
We'll be delayed here an hour.
It does a body good.
Gonna grab me some ribs, hold on tight. Give me some ribs, Tony Roma's tonight. Whoa, I'm really sold on. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the best tasting ribs around.
For the ultimate hands-on experience, just wrap your fingers around the ribs judged best in America.
Flavor lingers on my fingers.
Tony Roma's, the ultimate hands-on experience.
The Salt Lake Golden Eagles clash with the Kansas City Blades in the Delta Center. Friday night at 7 on Rio 14.
Academy Award winner Denzel Washington in a broadcast television premiere, The Mighty Quinn.
Sunday night at 8 on Rio 14.
And back at the Salt Palace where Ron Carling and the gang are now chopping down the other net, huh?
Well, they deserve to take their time and savor this one. Alta's first 4A state championship, and boy, they're proud of it. The fans don't want to leave. They want to celebrate here with the team. They're going to make this thing last as long as they can.
Ron Carling has done a fantastic job, and he has the two big guys inside to work with this season. He had Nick Proud and he had Travis Knight. Nick Proud comes up with 22 big points this evening.
Well, and I guess he's going to be coming back next year. He's an exchange student from Australia, but he's only a junior this year. So if he is coming back for his senior year at Alta, he's got something to look forward to next year. Coach Carling does.
And folks, this guy has played 1 year of organized basketball, and this is it. He takes the team to a national or to a state championship.
Well, that's the way you want to do it. If you want to have a great rookie year, that's the way you do it. Is take your team right to the state championship.
Well, the Davis High Darts, they have left. They have gone home. They finish up the season 13-11 on the season. 69-64 losers, Davis High. But I'll tell you what, they have 3 juniors coming back. They have Heath, Howard, and Halliday. Some good ball players coming back for Coach Jay Welk, so we'll see what happens next year with the Davis High Darts. The Alta Hawks win it tonight, 69-64. Nick Brown's going to be back next year, and we'll see if Ron Carling can do some more work with the Hawks. We'll take a break and come back after this timeout.
Effort is essential. If you're out there and you know everything there is to know about the game of basketball, but you're not willing to put forth the effort on the floor, the thought process isn't going to do you much good. So you have to be willing to go out there, get your hands dirty, so to speak, and go to work.
To remind your parents that Tuesday is Kids Night at Pizza Hut, try magic. Where did that go? Wow! And if that doesn't work, call Cousin Norman. Making it great!
It's Darkwing Duck. I am a master of mystery. You can help DW solve mysteries at Pizza Hut with the Darkwing Pizza Pack. You get a personal pan pizza with your favorite topping, one of 2 cool cups, and crime fighter kits, all for $2.99.
Yes!
What's big and bold and will save you a lot of green? It's R.C. Willey's St. Patrick's Day electronics sale. Through Tuesday, save on hundreds of TVs, VCRs, camcorders, and other electronics. Like this VHS VCR with special effects and remote while they last $149.95. Or this Zenith 19-inch color TV with remote, now just $229. And in honor of St. Patrick's Day, get free Big Macs with your new purchase. But hurry, the Big Mac offer and these sale prices end Tuesday at all R.C. Willey locations.
Get this shit out of the way.
The dealers are mad at you. Janet, they know that you're the reason why there's more police around here these days. Look at this.
He is only 5 years old, and she is using him to carry drugs for her. Why are people willing to let these kids' lives go down the tubes?
A matter of principle. Thursday at 5 on Reel 14.
Well, the Alta High Hawks win at 69-64. They are high school 4A champions for this season. And you can see how happy they are. Well, look how happy these Davis fans are. They were happy to be here. They finished second. Look how thrilled they are. It was a lot of fun here tonight. Yes, indeed. 69-64. Alta High wins it. For all the crew behind the scenes who've done such a fantastic job with this whole thing, Stephen Thomas and all the gang. Kelly Harris, I'm Chris Matthews. Good night, everybody.
UHSAA basketball on Reel 14 has been brought to you in part by